It's done. Now everyone knows. So what's your opinion? Share it and carrot. All right, let's talk to Zach. What the it's not picking up. It's not working. I'm clicking the button and it's gone. Okay. Sorry, Zach. We'll try again. Let's talk to Grant. I'm clicking the button and it's gone. Okay. Grant.
Hi.
All right. What's your opinion?
I got an opinion about Martin Luther King. I actually kind of wanted to talk sort of seriously about him.
Okay.
Well, so like last year, I saw on Martin Luther King Day, I saw on Twitter someone posted this video of the final speech he gave the day before he died, and it's a really intense speech, and in the speech he's talking about how like he might not survive and get to the days like that, like where his dream that he's trying to achieve. And I don't know, I just thought it was a pretty incredible speech, how he's like, this was like after he had got like serious death threats from the FBI, and he was like he was just like so committed to it that like I don't know, it's like he kept on going even though he knew he was going to die. I thought that was pretty amazing.
Excellent opinion.
So I got a kind of question, like if you've got like any things like from history like that like you I don't know, like kind of amaze you like that, like
something in history that amazes me like that. There's a gangster, and I can't remember his name. Famous gangster. I don't remember. God, I wish I could. But he got caught, and in his court case, he planned to make them believe he was crazy. And so when he came in when it was his testimony or whatever, he got his briefcase and just started chewing on it like, and they proved him guilty. And it just always makes me laugh because it didn't matter that he chewed on his own briefcase. I'll have to look up what gangster that was.
All right.
Anyway, thank you for your call.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Call in with an opinion. D.
Hello. Yo.
D, what's your opinion?
My opinion is my dad is kind of he's kind of annoying. Okay. He's always hitting me up. He's always texting me. No, but really, my opinion is Josh Homme. He's kind of a dick, you know? Mm-hmm. I never really liked him. I don't know why. I know you're a big Queens fan, so I don't mean to offend, but I just never really liked him. Mm-hmm. His music, he's a good guitarist, but he just kind of seems like, an unpleasant guy. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, I was at this party, and I was talking with this guy. He was playing some Queens of the Stone Age, and we were talking about Josh Homme. He was like, yeah, Josh Homme, he's kind of a dick, but, he's just joking around. And, like the day after, he ends up kicking a woman in the face. So I thought that was kind of funny.
What was your opinion on that?
Thought, it's not cool. It's weird. I don't know what his deal was. He was like cutting himself in the face. It's like, is he like G.G. Allen now, or just, I don't know, didn't seem right.
Well, an excellent opinion. Thank you very much for your call.
No problem.
Take care. All right, what's your opinion? Go ahead and call in. Mega64 Podcast is our name on Skype. Tell us what your opinion is. Let us know. Let's talk to Cole.
Hello, Rocco.
Cole.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Rocco. I have an opinion for you, Rocco.
Okay.
I know your dad is a huge Beatle fan.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I know you are too, right?
Sure.
I have a kind of an opinion, I guess. I think the Beach Boys are better than the Beatles.
Let's talk to Rythan.
Hello?
Rythan, what's your opinion?
The Blink-182, they definitely peaked on their Untitled album in 2003. Afterwards, their releases were more experimental, but weren't as sharp and refined as the Untitled release was. And with the new album from in 2016 with the new guy Matt Skiba, their new songs are really just bubblegum pop of the modern day, and it's not that good. It's really sort of sad that such a great band, with such great songs, have succumbed to still singing about girls being out of their mind and their dads. This is a band of dads. I think we should approach more mature topics from the guys that wrote songs like Fuck a Grandpa and Happy Holidays, You Bastard. Back then, it made sense, but now we're all grown up and approaching we're reaching this age where we're older and much more wiser in this political climate, and the fact that they're totally ignoring a lot of the situations and the mood. They're not encapsulating the mood that the common teenager has today. And yeah, that's my opinion on Blink-182. I think they should have just stopped after their encore reunion. They should have just stopped when Tom wanted to stop. Maybe they should have just formed their own band, another band without Tom, rather than continue Blink, because after Dogs Eating Dogs EP, it just wasn't as good. There's some good songs sprinkled throughout there, but if you consider the rest of their catalog, it's not up to par. It's not up to par. Let's be honest here. The joke songs on California was not funny in comparison to stuff that we might have found on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. It's not as good. It's not as refined. It may sound clear and crisp, but let's face the music here, as we all did in 2000 when we first heard Enema of the State. Let's face the music. Blink-182 is just simply not good anymore. And that's my opinion on Blink-182.
Thank you.
No problem.
Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. What is your opinion? Share it, and the world will know. Daniel.
Yo.
Daniel, what's your
Rocco,
opinion?
I got an opinion for you.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, this is for Derek only. Is Derek there?
No.
Oh.
We're going to try again with Zach. Zach.
Hello?
Zach, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, what's your opinion?
What are you asking my opinion for? I missed the whole stream.
Share your opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, Nintendo Labo looks like shit. It's just, they're making the Wii peripherals that they used to sell at, like, Costco, and they're just making it for Switch and charging a lot of money for it, and it looks dumb. That's my opinion.
Thank you for sharing your
I lost
opinion.
my voice.
What's your opinion on that?
Sucks. Dick.
Thank you for your call.
You're welcome.
Let's talk to Joey. Joey.
Oh, sorry, let me get the stream.
Joey, what's your opinion?
Yeah, am I on? My opinion, I gotta say, I think you were right. Eyes Wide Shut, a lot better than people give it credit for. I think the early scenes in the big ballroom are lit really well. And that was it.
Thank you. Thank you for your opinion.
Yeah, have a good one.
Take care. Big Booma.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm on mobile, so my quality's super bad.
No, it's okay.
How you been, man? Last time I spoke to you, I was delivering pizza for Papa John's. It was a Black Friday keynote. How you been?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, good. What's your opinion?
My opinion, it's gonna sound a little suck-uppy, but I think you guys have dope taste in music. I'd never heard Queens of the Stone Age before until you mentioned it a little while ago.
Wow.
I heard the obligatory rock band song, but
yeah.
I had never heard Like Clockwork, which is probably one of my new favorite albums.
Wow.
And I don't mean to offend by this, but I never listened to the Beatles much because I had a friend in high school who was like one of those hipster shit kids.
Yeah.
And he was just like talking about how the Beatles changed the world.
Yeah.
And so mainly because of him, I just didn't listen to it. And since you talk about it and you and your dad love it, I gave it a chance, and I love the Beatles now.
Excellent.
So, yeah, dig it. And Garrett introduced a lot of punk rock to me. So you guys have dope taste in music.
Excellent. Thank you for your opinion.
Anytime, man. Happy to help.
All right, take care.
You too. Peace.
Good night. Okay, call in, share your opinion, let it be known, speak the opinion, say it, the world will hear it. Speak your opinion, share your opinion. Mullet Club.
Yo, what up? I got an opinion. I got a hot take.
What's your opinion?
I think that John Lennon probably had the best vocals in the Beatles, even though Paul probably wrote the best songs.
Excellent. Excellent opinion.
All right. Thank you. That's my opinion.
Thank you for your call. Okay, let's talk to Steven.
All right. Thank you. That's my opinion.
Steven.
Yes.
What's your opinion?
Well, before I share my opinion, I heard you say earlier on last year that you were going to play Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Did you ever do that?
That's a strange opinion.
What? Did you hear my question?
I'm not sure what to make of this opinion.
Okay.
DJ.
Hello.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is that End of Evangelion's dub isn't as bad as everyone said.
Talk to Herd Smiley. Herd Smiley.
What's up, Rocco? How you doing, man?
What's your opinion?
My opinion is that within the last year, I watched The Sopranos all the way through the first time, and best show I've seen in a long time.
Excellent.
My goal was once during MLK stream week to get you on the horn and talk to you about some of your favorite Sopranos episodes.
My favorite Sopranos episodes?
Yeah, just some of your favorite.
I'm gonna say Pine Barrens. That was a great one where they're in the forest.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
say Whoever Did This, which was a season 4 episode, I believe. Don't want to spoil
I love
it
that
for people
one.
out there, but very intense episode. I'm gonna say
I did not see that coming at all.
yeah, that was a wicked one. I'm gonna say I love the one where they all go to Italy. I really like that one.
Yeah, and like Paulie is like grossed out by the food.
Yeah, and maybe Sopranos home movies from the last season.
Oh, when they go to Bobby's house, right?
Yeah, to the lake.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. That one's pretty intense. For me, because I've watched like top 10. As soon as I finished, I watched I don't know, I do that with shows. I'll see like top 10 episodes or top 10 characters or whatever. I watched a few like top 10 Sopranos episodes, and none of them even had the one that stuck out as my favorite as like an honorable mention. Do you remember the one called Join the Club?
Yes.
Does that ring a bell?
Was that the beginning of season 6 or no?
Yeah, it was in the beginning. It was season. I think it was it was at the beginning of season 6. It was after. I don't know if I should not talk spoilers.
No, just the gist of that episode. What was it? I can't remember.
He was in a dream sequence and he was seeing his life as if he wasn't in the mob, and he was like a traveling salesman in California.
Oh, of course. Yes. Okay, those episodes.
Yeah, and
those
like
were some
it
of my
ends with
favorites.
like, yeah, because I loved it. Was so cool. I didn't know that like what was going on when I was first watching that episode.
Yeah.
So like it took me a while to like learn what was going on, and like I guess that like I was so used to James Gandolfini playing Tony Soprano that his Tony Soprano New Jersey accent was what I was used to. And my friend told me that had already seen The Sopranos that his real voice is the voice he uses in that episode Join the Club. And like like it sounds stupid, but I'd never done that. And my favorite scene in The Sopranos, which is another stupid one, is the one where that episode ends and he in that episode he like trips or falls or something, and he's about to like call to his family or whatever, and then he does it, and it ends with that like beacon from that like hotel or whatever on the horizon, and it's playing that song, some super emotional song, and that was my favorite scene in The Sopranos, my favorite episode.
Did you
kind
think,
of an under? I guess.
Is there something to it where the episode where Carmela, God, I can't think today. I'm sorry. Where Carmela goes to Paris, it seems like she sees that same lighthouse. Am I crazy?
I don't know. For me, that lighthouse, I think the lighthouse represented like death or something. I thought it was very symbolic.
I thought it was either death or it's okay. We already saw what was on your dresser. I thought maybe it was maybe almost like the spotlight symbolizes like what's coming for them. Like it's you know what I mean? Like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And
I think one of the
because I feel like that's
doesn't Tony talk about Tony talks about like there's only one way for like people like him for it to end for him. So like I think that symboling death and like seeing it on the horizon was like a big part of the series. And
even the final scene of the show, it's kind of like whether something happens or not, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Whether it's then or later. You know, that's what I took it from as, but I don't know.
You've probably got this question a lot. Like, how did you feel about the ending? I guess.
Hated it the night that I saw it, and then loved it ever since.
Yeah, because I obviously I watched this last winter, so I had heard it had an ambiguous ending, and I had thought I knew kind of exactly, but I didn't. I knew a part of it of how it ended, and so it didn't really catch me by surprise, or at least I thought it wouldn't catch me by surprise because I knew it was going to like cut off or whatever, and it still caught me by surprise. I didn't know it cut off the way it did, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's one of the best endings ever. Once you have some time to soak it in.
And I was thinking about some of my favorite scenes the other day. There aren't a lot of Sopranos scenes on YouTube, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I was trying to look through some of my favorite scenes. But it took me a while to get into it, which was weird. Because I'd always heard such great things. And years ago, right when I first got HBO, I tried watching it. And I just couldn't get into it for whatever reason. I watched the first season. But going back and watching it, I loved it. I couldn't believe that I ever wasn't into it, you know?
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Sometimes with me, it takes a couple times to get into a show or something like that, but I loved it, and I think it's great. So I was just wondering what some of your favorite episodes were.
Yeah, well, those are mine. I think that's an excellent opinion.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
for your call. Okay, let's talk to... Let's talk to Steven.
Yo.
Steven, how's it going?
Good, how are you? Sorry, I'm trying to mute my speaker. You might be getting an echo.
No, it sounds great. What's your opinion?
My opinion, the Power Rangers movie we got last year. I know you saw it. You didn't have a good opinion of it. I kind of had a mixed opinion, but I think they tried to like appeal to the Chinese market, and I saw these posters of the Zords, and they tried to pass them off as like, okay, these are dragons and turtles instead of dinosaurs and mastodons. I think that whole move is what kind of hurt the movie in the first place. We got these designs no one recognized. Anybody who wanted to be nostalgic, seeing this movie of something from the 90s didn't get anything they were familiar with visually, and I think that's kind of what killed it in the box office.
Yeah, I think it was a case of who is it for, definitely, where you're looking at it and it's too adult for kids, but not childlike enough for, maybe aspects of it are too childish for adults. I don't know. It falls in this weird territory.
And it I don't know. I saw this video of the Japanese premiere, and they had a Japanese pop star singing like the classic theme song, Go-Go Power Rangers, the whole thing, like the 4-minute version. And they had a guy in the new Red Ranger suit from the movie, like up there doing like poses and stuff. And the Japanese audience was very like into it. And I was sitting there kind of laughing, like none of those things are in the movie. Like they don't do anything that you're familiar with.
The Blu-ray of the movie has whole like choreographed previs sequences of fights that are not in it, and they're like choreographed pretty cool, but I just don't know why that. To me, they work themselves into a corner by making these characters all CG and like augmented and all that stuff, because I felt like it probably budget kept them from having a lot of the Rangers in it, and I don't really understand why. To me, there should have been Rangers in that movie right away. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's all about a balance. They developed characters, that's good, but wasn't much else.
Yeah, they could have totally had them get into the suits I think, halfway into the movie, and I think everybody would have, for the first time, and everybody would have been like, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good balance. I'm getting what I came for. And it's still, they have to work to up that halfway point and feel like they earned it. I get that was a whole thing of the movies, like, all right, we have to earn this, which, I mean, developed the characters. Like, the characters themselves, I thought were great, but it was still like, yeah, it's so they're barely in the suits, and then they're in these Zords that don't even look like Zords that we're used to. But you're trying to feel the nostalgia, so I don't know what they were going for.
Yeah, and they kind of had that everyone's an asshole syndrome a little bit. But I will say, in the whole movie, the one character that I actually thought was an improvement, like wow, what a great movie adaptation of the character, was Billy. Like, I thought Billy was like a great character.
Billy.
Most people I've talked to felt that way too, where it's like you actually felt a connection to him. And it's not like I hated every other character, but it was just kind of like, they walk a line. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, Billy, he was definitely the heart. He was like, he stole that show and or movie, and usually that's Red Ranger, Pink Ranger territory, but I guess Blue Ranger stole it. So.
And to be fair, Krispy Kreme stole the show.
Krispy Kreme, center of life, or the focus of life.
I know a lot of people that really liked the movie, but kind of kept bringing that up like it was an ironic thing. Like, yeah, well, hey, I love the movie. Gotta love Krispy Kreme. Hey, don't forget to go to Krispy Kreme. But that's another one of those things that I look at and I'm like, well, what's the joke? Like, that was really gross that they did. Like, you keep saying it ironically, but I don't know. My head hurts.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like, I'm kind of leaning more to it's funny, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm like, what are they doing here? Like, it was funny, but then, I don't know, I kind of called it right before it happened. I was in the movie and I realized, the Billy's like looking at a map, and I realized, like, oh, product placement. It's going to be Krispy Kreme. Like, been there maybe two times already. It's going to be.
Yeah. I think it almost would have worked if they had just shaved off a couple of the references to it. I think, okay, where is this thing at? And you visually confirm, oh, it's under a Krispy Kreme? And then if they had one more where in that moment, like, there's that moment that's ultra serious where she's like, where's the crystal? Where is it? And then they say it's under a Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme? What the? If they had just left it at that, then it's, okay, in a serious moment, it got punctured by them talking about a donut place. Okay, you got away with it. But then they go, like, they bring it up, like, 2 more times, and then she's there, and she's got a donut, and it's like, no. Now it's a commercial. I feel like people got to learn, like, man, there's ways to slip that under the door. There's ways to do it. Because I still would have left that movie if they just said it those couple times. I still would have left the movie going, man, I haven't had Krispy Kreme in a long time. Where's our Krispy Kreme? I still would have. But they pushed it. They had those, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah. It's Power Rangers. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't know if it's Power Rangers.
Speaking of Krispy Kreme, so Krispy Kreme was never anywhere, and then they like overexpanded in the 2000s, and then it was like, oh no, there's too many and we're going under, so they closed a bunch. But I know people still have them, but man, they closed all of them around here, and it breaks my heart because I did like it, but I'm hearing they might be opening one close by, and I hope and not hope that's true, because I think I was sad it was gone, but ultimately for my health that was better, because I was always the kind of guy that would like drive by it and go, oh, the hot donuts light is on, and then swerve in there.
They've perfected like the basic glazed donut, like other.
Totally, I totally agree, because I have just basic glazed donuts other places, and it's like they're good, but like, if you can get there when it's hot, oh my god, it's game over. Game over.
It just melts. It's
game over.
It's too good. I don't know.
Well, hey, we're making fun of this movie, but it worked. Here we are talking about it, and here we are endorsing these donuts.
Here we are. And oh geez, like a year later.
It's ridiculous. Like, that's totally ridiculous. I think for me, again, I wish they had just picked a direction, to me, if they had gone really colorful and fun like Speed Racer or whatever, that would have been a great direction. Or go deep, like, you know, in the first minute of that movie, they're yelling about the Zeo crystal, and I was like, whoa! And I never had that feeling again, and I wish they would have either picked one or the other. That's basically how I felt.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, yeah, watching that movie, it was very, like, Power Rangers the show forgets its own lore sometimes. Like, once you get past a certain point, it, like, contradicts itself. So to have this movie where they were referencing, like when they, like, Zordon references, like, all right, there are 3 rules to being a Power Ranger, and it's almost word for word from the show. I'm thinking, like, well, it's like did their homework.
Yeah, totally.
And then, then you get, you know, so, like, that was kind of cool. And then you get other moments where it's like, for me, it was the suit designs, because it's just so weird. We're in this era where, like, you go to, like, a Marvel movie and Thor looks like Thor, and you see an X-Men movie and they've got, like, yellow jumpsuits.
Yeah.
And then you go to this Power Rangers movie and it doesn't look anything like this kind of iconic design that's just been around.
And honestly, like, my issue with the designs was always that nothing felt like it had a real face. You know, and I think that's the key. That's why so many Japanese designs are so good, is everything has eyes and a face, and you connect to it because that's what we look for when we look at stuff. And it's colorful. And I feel like people are, like, down for colorful right now, and Power Rangers was just sitting in this middle ground where it was like, no, we're dark. Well, we can. Let's have fun, but not too much. You know, it's just, I don't know. Yeah. I guess I'm repeating myself, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh. I do. Yeah, it is in a kind of middle ground. I do kind of have to give them credit, though, for, like, when they finally do the big fight, it's in the middle of the day, and it's just bright. There's, like, nothing in the way. You can just see stuff.
Yeah, there was some,
you know, like, I gave him some points for that. Like, the Megazord definitely could have looked far better, but, like, hey, it's not like, I liked Pacific Rim, but that entire, like, most of that movie, like, it's so dark, you barely see.
Yeah.
So I was worried about that.
There's some stuff I liked in the last act of it. So yeah, I can see that. But anyway, will you be at Power Morphicon this year?
I will. I'm actually trying to, like, plan some. Last year they helped me out and I did a big video. They helped me shoot a big video there, which was really cool. So you know, we might. I don't want to, like, self-promote, but, like, they're very not. They're really good. Like, I know some people there and they're really fun to work with. So I'll definitely be there.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I'm also just a fan, so it's fun to meet people.
Yeah. Hopefully I will be there too. Hopefully I will be there too. I'm actually happy it's in Anaheim now. That's better for me personally. I'm in my own selfish reasons. It's a little easier to get to from San Diego, and then I think it being near Disney is great because there's so many freaking hotels around there, so it's not like you're limited if you're staying there. And also, I mean, straight up, you get bored, you know, there's Disney, bam, you're right there. So I think that's a good move. Not that I didn't like the Pasadena Rubios, but you know, I think it's a good move. Anyway.
No, Anaheim should be interesting. It's funny though because it's slightly more of a drive, but it's also still Anaheim. Like, it's very close to me. Like, so I don't know. It's a good central location.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because that convention center is big as hell. I know they probably won't use the whole thing, but that's going to be interesting. I really like when cons are big enough. I really like when cons are big enough to be like, whoa, cool, they got some good stuff, but, like, not big enough to where it's crowded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The perfect mix of, like, you know, and that's how the last Power Morphicon was like. You know, it was like, it's big enough that it's a thing, but it's not like a stress to be there. That's perfect. You know, like the first few PAXs were like that. Not that I don't like PAX now. I love PAX, but the first few PAXs, they were like in the big Seattle Convention Center, but it was still kind of like people didn't really know about it, you know, and I always love when they're right at that perfect level. So.
Yeah, when you're not stressed to, like, when it's not stressful to have to, like, get from one side to the other to like make it to a panel.
Totally.
That's a good feel. And when it's, like, not crowded and you can just, like, stroll through and be like, oh, I'm going to talk to this person. I'm going to check out this merch.
Yeah. Totally.
At your own pace. That's ideal.
Yeah, I love that. So, I'm excited. Well, anyway, good talking to you. Good opinions.
All right. Thanks, Rocco.
For your opinions.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that's what WonderCon feels like now. So that's that's interesting. I still haven't been to WonderCon. No, I went once when it was in San Francisco. Yes, I did. It seemed alright. But we do San Diego Comic-Con. I just feel like we're kind of repeating ourselves. It's kind of close and similar. Let's talk to Alan.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a controversial opinion. Like,
Okay.
I'm a big fan of you guys since 2009, but I really have to criticize just one video of yours. It's the Minecraft video you did for the 1.0 launch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad video by any means, but out of all your outdoor skits, I think it falls below all the rest, simply due to the fact that it like other Mega 64 skits, they try to replicate like the gameplay of a game in real life, like with Castlevania, Assassin's Creed, Batman, which is one of my favorite actually, Arkham Asylum. But the Minecraft one, it kind of fell flat from that point of view. But on the other hand, I don't know how you'd accurately replicate Minecraft gameplay in real life. I just can't imagine. Maybe I can, with like Sean going around with a pickaxe around San Francisco or wherever your city you're from. It's hard to imagine, but I think that's what Notch actually wanted when he asked you guys to make that video. And yeah, that's my opinion. Like, I guess I'd ask, what was Notch's reaction to that video after, like, did you show him the video right before release, or did he see it live like the rest of the world on Minecon?
He saw it on the stage about 20 minutes before Minecon went live.
Okay.
And he stared and smiled.
Oh, that's great.
Like this. He went like this.
Yeah, I saw him after he sold Minecraft for like 3.2 billion. He made like, this huge party at his house. Did he invite you guys there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't invite me either. Okay, that was my opinion. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Share your opinion. What is your opinion? Do you have one? Checking my email here. Just checked my email. All right, let's talk to Alex. Alex.
Yes, hello.
What's your opinion?
How are you doing today? I think Pokemon Go is still a fantastic game and more people should play it. That's my opinion. It's
Excellent.
better now than it's ever been.
Excellent. Excellent opinion. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Take care. Okay, let's talk to Chris. Chris.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
My opinion is that the movie The Artist did not deserve the Best Picture Oscar that it won that year. I think it was a weak year for movies, and The Artist kind of coasted on novelty.
Excellent. Excellent opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. Let's talk to our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast, and you can call in. Feel free to call in and give your 2 cents. Jonathan.
Hey, Rocco. How's it going?
Good. What's your opinion?
Hey, so first of all, my opinion is, real quick, last year was a very, very, very hard year for me. But the highlight of it all was game days.
Awesome.
It was a real awesome time. And at my last job, I met one of my best friends because of Mega 64. And I had a Mega 64 my hat on my desk, and he walked by and he was like, "Dude, shouts out Mega 64." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." And we just started talking. We started knowing each other, and sure enough, game days actually, like, I'm getting all emotional, but it actually really helped me last year. I was going through a really bad struggle. So I just wanted to say that. And also a shouts out to you because you showed off the Last Jedi poster that I gave you at game days.
Yeah, thank you again very much for that.
Yeah. And that's it. I just wanted to call in real quick. I'm working on some artwork right here for my band.
Awesome.
And I heard you guys were talking about opinions and stuff, and I was like, I gotta just call in real quick and give a shout out to Mega 64 and everything that you guys do.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Can we get a glimpse of the artwork, or is it top secret?
Yeah, sure. Let me see. I don't know if you could see it. I'm working on like a schedule for my band. We're going on tour this year, so just kind of working on that right now.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you very much. That's a very excellent opinion. I appreciate the opinion.
And also,
thank you for the call.
Yeah, for sure. And one last thing. The Last Jedi was good. And I was 50-50 about it. I saw it maybe twice after the first time. And there was things I liked and there were things I wasn't like, but I'm just grateful that we're living in an age where we're getting Star Wars. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I agree. How I feel about it is, so this is going to sound negative for a second, but that's not what I mean. When I saw James Rolfe talked about it, and he said, these movies are pointless, but we're getting more Star Wars. He said that, and I thought, well, yeah, when you say it's pointless, it sounds like it's a negative, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I honestly think I really appreciate what they're doing with it. There's real love for it. And I like what they're doing. When I say that it's pointless, I mean that, the trilogy did end, and I thought it had a great ending. So I don't feel like my heart is dug out if they go the wrong way, or they slip one way or falter another. So I say that just out of like, that's where I'm with. It's like, hey, it's 2017. Well, it's not anymore, but it was when the last one came out. And we got kind of a provocative new Star Wars story on a big scale. I think that's cool. I didn't love everything about it, but I think I think it's cool, and a lot of people are enjoying it, and a lot of kids are enjoying it, and I think that's awesome. So anyway, so it's all positive to me.
Exactly.
So I'm posy vibes about it.
Posy vibes all the way. But yeah, I felt the same way. I felt that they took a couple risks. They did things that were unexpected. Yeah. And that made a lot of people angry because you go in thinking it's going to be one way, and it was completely different. The trailers show one thing, and there's all these like rumors and speculations. Oh, it's going to be this or that, and then you go in and it was completely different. Like when not to spoil anything, but when Luke tossed that lightsaber in the first scene.
Yeah.
It was like,
it was a great that
set the tone. I love that. It was like everybody laughed, and that reaction was very positive. And then the first battle scene was amazing. I thought that whole thing was just when they're, it was just like you know, I could get away the whole Poe Dameron thing, and then like, oh, I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. But when you look at it, you know, in a different perspective, it's like a lot of those scenes were very powerful. Like the ending with Luke at the end was, wow,
Yeah.
very unexpected.
Don't want to spoil it for anybody, but yeah. Yeah, everything. I liked the subverting all that stuff. You know, there's some stuff that was a little messy to me, and there's stuff I wish could have been tweaked, I guess. But you know, the Skywalker story continues. I'm still enjoying that aspect of it. So.
What do you think they're gonna do after this last episode? Do you think they're gonna continue to do, I think, like pre-movies or like backstories? What would you like to see?
I think you're gonna get stuff that kind of darts away from it. You know, apparently we're getting some new trilogy that is not the Skywalker story, basically. So, you know, I think they're going to bring us characters from another corner of the galaxy and try to make us care about that.
For sure.
But you know, but I think they're gonna let the other side of it rest for a while. You know, we'll see. I don't know.
How would you feel about them taking a break from Star Wars for a bit and then kind of coming back when it's ready? Because I hope they do that. Because I know they're rushing out all these movies and it's cool, but it's like I think they could take a break for like a year or two and then come out with something great. Learn from their mistakes too, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think it would be wise to have a few years before each of these things. That's my only thing, is I just feel like they need to cool it. But I've liked everything that they've done, honestly. Like Disney under their reign has only put out 3 things.
True.
In a movie sense. And I had some issues with this last one, but I enjoyed it overall, and I enjoyed the shit out of Rogue One and Force Awakens. I did. Like, I'm not, I don't know. I'm like really, I think if anything, it's their incessant announcements and marketing and stuff that I think is driving people crazy more than the material. Because I don't know.
Truly,
I go see those movies and I'm just like, cool, that was neat. I don't get upset. It's more that every day they announce 10 things. I think that's more angering to people, whether they know it or not.
I do believe that. I think that whole fandom behind it of just constantly throwing in your face, like it's kind of like, okay, calm down, like we get it, like
I think so. I think it psychologically has an effect a little bit, but I don't know.
There's always Star Wars burnout, just like there's burnout for other, like Avengers, like, Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna see the next one, but to be honest, I'm a little burnt out already. So
yeah, I was kind of burnt out on all that for a while, but it's funny. I've been away from all the superhero stuff for a while that I'm a little more forgiving now. I'm a little more, just because I've turned it off for so long. That now I'm like, oh, Thanos is in the new one. Maybe I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm a little more forgiving now, but yeah, Star Wars. I feel like if they just played it a little more cool, you wouldn't have that burnout. But again, I enjoyed the few things they've put out. I dig it.
Definitely, yeah. Anyway. But that's it, Rocco. Just wanted to say shouts out, and that's my opinion. Game Days was awesome. Last year was awesome. Enjoy the poster, my friend, and I'll see you guys at the next con.
Thank you very much. Yeah, hope to see you then. Thanks for your opinion.
Cool.
Bye. Okay, go ahead and call in. Our name on Skype is Mega64 Podcast. Call in. I want to see some new callers. Checking Twitter here to see if there's perhaps a question or two. Let's talk to Tav.
Hello?
Tav.
Yeah, this is just going to be an opinion. So it's about the Minecraft video. I just have to say that it really stuck out to me as one of the better videos when you're giving that family all those dollar bills in the drive-through. Yeah.
Oh,
And,
that's the second Minecraft video we did.
yeah.
Okay.
But I heard that Notch actually, I heard he had a party when he was getting out of jail. I was just wondering, were you invited to that party?
When he got out of jail.
Yeah. Well, the first guy said he had a party when he sold Minecraft, and I was just wondering if you were invited to the second party, maybe.
No.
No? All right. That's too bad then. Yeah. That was.
All right. Call in on Skype. Our name is Mega64 Podcast. Austin.
Hey, what's up?
What's your opinion?
All right, so in the past couple months, I've been playing through all the Resident Evil games for the first time. My opinion is that Resident Evil 6 is not a bad game.
Let's talk to Masayoshi. If their call comes back, it's gone right now. It's not coming back up. I'm trying. Masayoshi, I'm trying to talk to you. Trying to talk to Masayoshi, and I'm not able to make it happen. I'm going to call them. No. No dice. Sorry, Masayoshi. Let's talk to Jules. Jules, it did not work. Let's talk to Adef. Adef.
Yo.
What's your opinion?
So my opinion is about the 2015 Oscar Best Picture nominees. So if you remember, Birdman won that year. And I am of the opinion that Whiplash and Grand Budapest are both superior films to Birdman. And I just wanted to, you know, what's your opinion on that?
Budapest, no. Whiplash, yes.
Yeah, I think Whiplash is just a great example of, like, you know, I'm not a huge fan of La La Land. It was fun, but it felt a little like nepotistic of Hollywood in and of itself. But I think Whiplash is a great example of what Damien Chazelle is capable of. And also, I'm a big fan of big band jazz, and it's a good representation of that. So I don't know. I thought Whiplash was a better film than Birdman, which felt like just, you know, here's a oneer, and that felt like a gimmick to me. It was a good movie, but I thought Whiplash was better.
Excellent opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care. Call in on Skype. Our name is Mega64 Podcast. Go ahead and call in. Give us a ring. Isaiah. Isaiah.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello?
Isaiah.
Good to hear me. Sorry.
Yeah. What's your opinion?
So, there's this new Godzilla anime that just came out
Can you get
on
camera?
Netflix.
Move over so we can see you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, there's this new Godzilla anime that came out on Netflix. It's like one episode came out, and it started off really trash for just the whole pacing's off. I don't know what it is, but it's basically just Godzilla just takes over the planet for 10,000 years, and like you don't even show any other monsters. Like they just tease them, but they're all dead. It's just the main character's all trash. It's just I was really hyped for it because it's the first Godzilla anime in like for I don't know in years, so I'm kind of disappointed. Have you heard of it? Just came out today. Yeah, it's not that good. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's made by Toho Animations. I don't know what they do, but apparently not good work.
Well, thank you for your opinion.
Yeah. Thanks.
Take care. Getting some messages here. Let's talk to... Let's try Jules again. Jules.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, my opinion real quick. I absolutely hate sparkling water. Just drink regular water or commit to a soda that has calories and flavor. A lot of people don't know how to appreciate a good cold glass of water.
Yes. Excellent.
That's my opinion. I just had to get that out there. Thank you very much.
Opinion. Thank you very much. Go ahead and call in. Share your opinion. Tyler.
Hi, I just wanted to give my opinion that I think Metal Gear Survive will be better than Metal Gear.
Let's talk to Kevin. Kevin. Okay. Let's talk to Zero. Zero.
Hi, it's Chiro. Can you hear me?
How do you say it?
It's Chiro. It's Italian.
Chiro. Oh, okay. Chiro, what's your opinion?
Italian food is the best.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent opinion. Thank you. Jimmy.
Yo.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, Rocco.
Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, what's your opinion?
Hey, my opinion is that I thought that the standout best actor in the new Blade Runner movie was Dave Bautista. I thought he just did a really, really good job for what he was able to do in that movie. I just thought his scene really stood out for a guy that really 5 years ago people wouldn't have even expected to be in a Blade Runner movie.
Yes.
So that I just thought he really stood out. I also thought Jared Leto isn't as bad in that movie as I thought he would be.
No, I have to cut him off on that. I can't. I followed the first half, but I couldn't. I can't stand for that sort of talk. Matthew.
Hey, Rocco. How are you?
Good. What's your opinion?
My opinion is I've been keeping up with some news recently regarding like festivals for 2018, stuff like Bonnaroo, Coachella, Hangout Festival, and I'm of the opinion that I don't know why people keep inviting Muse and The Killers to every festival, considering they're both two of the worst bands of all time. That's it.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for your opinion.
Thank you for taking my opinion.
Take
Goodbye.
care. All right. Let's talk to Nickname.
Hello.
Hello. What's your opinion?
I love the Oceans movies, and I think even though it wasn't supposed to be one, I think Oceans 12 is the best one. I just think it does so many things differently compared to the first one, and the third one is trying to just serve the fans who like the first one, like the casino setting. But I think the European countries like Amsterdam really served a great purpose in the movie, and the laser scene is the best one in the whole series. I'm really looking forward to Ocean's 8. That's my opinion.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk to Cashew. Cashew.
Hello.
Cashew, what's your opinion?
My opinion is that one of the videos that you showed at Game Days, the one, I don't know if you want me to reveal what it's about.
Speak carefully.
The one that didn't have fidget spinners in it.
Okay.
The other one. That was my favorite video of all time from you. Wow. You guys.
Wow. Thank you.
And I also, what the other guy said, Game Days was also probably the best moment of last year.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you for that opinion.
No problem.
Take care.
You too.
All right, and our final opinion. Ryan.
The other one.
Hello, Rocco.
Ryan, yes. What's your opinion?
Yes, my opinion. Oh, hi. My opinion is that while Tommy is a better ranger, I thought Jason was a better leader for the Power Rangers because he grew up in Angel Grove and he knew everyone since they were kids, so he knew their strengths and weaknesses and how to work as a team better. Where Tommy, having just moved there, didn't know the group cohesively enough to be a leader as much as Jason.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and our final opinion. Hop Louie. All right, and our final.
How's it going, Rocco?
What's your opinion?
Well, look, I think Daft Punk rules, but The Weeknd sucks. Well,
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and our final opinion comes from Oog Masayoshi. Masayoshi, Masayoshi,
Yes, do you hear me?
please share the final opinion.
I personally dislike the Uganda Knuckles meme. I'm not saying it's racist, it's merely an